Man, looks like Shrike went hard. That's cold blow code in chat, by the way. But welcome back to Jaraci Cup 15, everybody. It's Shrike versus VoidWarrior. This is going to be a fun matchup, because this one's really up in the air. We haven't seen Shrike for a while. He left the community a while back. He's come back again. We're happy to see him. I had to, like, look for his last games to, like, figure out how to seed him, and it was JC 8, 6, and 5. That's like an entire year ago. It's kind of hard to believe. Anyway, he's up here against VoidWarrior, who played for the first time, I think, in JC 12, if I'm not mistaken. But he's been improving by leaps and bounds, so Shrike and VoidWarrior, I think, are actually pretty well matched at this point, I would have to say. We'll find out what happens, but yeah, it's definitely because Shrike has a lot of rust from not playing for a while. VoidWarrior has a lot of rust because he's ConF, you know, so there you go. But yeah, I am too. Shrike did his info.txt in a bit of an interesting way, but he just named a bunch of text files to say what they were. So he picked Saban, VoidWarrior picked ConF, and then Shrike had the pick of Boneyard here. And in game 2, it'll be flipped, of course. How much time do I spend on seeding? It depends. I actually, like, just open up a tab for every single Jaraci Cup and then seed them based on their performance in them. So it actually can take quite a while, but you know, 10 to 30 minutes, I guess. It's not too bad. Fleecat 45 coming out pretty early for VoidWarrior. Looks like he's doing a bit of skim spamming here. He did retire the base runner though, so we're not going to see any shenanigans. We do. Actually, if I was bitless lazy, I could make some, like, auto-generated stats for the tournaments, which would be really nice to see. But and, like, I know how to do it, too. I'm just too lazy to bother. One thing that I love doing with the Saban base runner is, like, spamming targeting jammers on this base that you can't open it with det packs, but that's not really a real play. It's just, you know, I do it for fun. It's actually probably best to keep the base runner at home so that you can use it to respond reactively to these plays with the sand skimmers. The VoidWarrior is gonna go aggressive here. Trying to see who else was in their group. VoidWarrior and Cow Schmao. Okay, yeah, this is kind of a tight group then. But they're all very evenly matched. Here come the skims. No blast drone in tow, which is good for Shrike, because that's a really nasty strat that's been going around recently, but I think he's still going to kill a salvager here. Yeah, and it looks pretty good to me. In this kind of situation, you want to do just what he's doing, though. Bring the carrier back onto the main base. You can also quick drop to get the C's out of this guy before he dies, but I like the det pack, actually. It's a bit of a miss, but it was close. I always like to see the attempt. Still, though, salvagers go down, and that is pretty expensive to use the det pack as well. He does have the artifact picked up, but it'd be better to have this at home for the TJ, of course. Too late now, though. At least he can try to extract this. And VoidWarrior can definitely stop it if he wants to bring the skims, but it'll buy Shrike some time at home, so he's kind of waffling, though. It doesn't seem like he really knows what he wants to do here. This is 2 PC for VoidWarrior. Second PC gonna start hitting that probe, so Shrike knows about it, but it is gonna kill the probe. There's the TJ. Actually clips the base runner just a second, but yeah, if I were VoidWarrior, I'd actually be going aggro here, but he wants to do ref mode instead, and that's, I think, also justifiable. Can he stop this base runner? Oh my gosh, that was really a photo finish there, and he does deny the extract, so barely denies the extraction there. Well done. AV fab on the way for Shrike now. And I like, if you have to make more ALMs, just putting them on the main base, because that way you've got a bit more defense against these skims. Honestly, I think Shrike wins this just with the 3 LAVs and the SC, so he should be okay. But actually, Railgun Fab is coming out after all for VoidWarrior, so maybe he's doing like the Vager thing, right? Where he's keeping one PC up front and one of them on the eco. I kind of like to see it. I mean, nobody plays this way, but it's kind of spicy. I agree though, like, you could just go 3 base and that feels good too, but if you can keep the aggro up, this is kind of a fun way to play. We'll see what happens. Railgun Tech is done though, and that looks like a heavy. Yep. Oh boy. I love getting EMP here, but we'll see what he goes for. Doesn't have that many RUs, so he'll want to build more salvages here, I'm sure. It's gonna be AVs for Shrike. He sees the ping, so he knows that something's out there, but I'm sure he doesn't suspect it's the PC if he saw that second one and thought it was ref mode. Mine from his third! Mine from his third! Mine from his third! You just gotta do it. Probably not, probably not. But I mean, hey, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. It's a bit of an awkward standstill here. Shrike doing a good job just hiding behind the Rex. He doesn't want to get hit by that rail. But, I mean, he can't really push in super easily either, because if the railgun's close range, it dies instantly. If it's long range, the skims kill the AVs instantly. So this is like a very, it's a very complicated position to be in. I actually agree here, it'd be nice to build a couple ARs for VoidWarrior. But I think having the one heavy is good. It's gonna be fighter and gunship tech for Shrike. Now, it's always a little bit risky when the PC is in tow, but if there's only one, I think you can get away with it, especially if it's a gunship. Want to get scared? I don't understand. Looks like VoidWarrior backing off a little bit again. But, you know, the full-time... Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Anyway, as long as VoidWarrior is denying Shrike's 3-base, I think he's actually doing okay here. Starting to have some problems on the second, though, as Shrike is showing up here with these AVs. And this is pretty good. Smoke can be used to keep the carrier from doing much damage here, although Void actually has power 1 that he hasn't allocated. Nice missile, but still, Salvager's gonna die here, so this is pretty unfortunate for, it's pretty unfortunate for VoidWarrior. And another smoke here might be able to keep these AVs alive, but there is gonna be another carrier missile coming. Ah, one of them died already. So now, if you're Shrike, you're actually happy to be stalling over on your 3-base, because look, you're doing all this damage over on your opponent's main, so... It's like he didn't quite finish off that one Salvager, which is unfortunate, but still, he got some good damage, killed 2 of them, I believe. Here comes the gunship. And I think the target really has to be these railguns here, because the sand skimmers he can kill anytime. Yep, he's gonna find the railguns with that gunship. And it hurts! AVs are in range too. This is gonna be a bit of a, like... a bit of a slugfest here. It's gonna kill all of the railguns. Okay, that's actually huge. Oh, is he? Oh my gosh, this one is so low, but it didn't go down! Ah! Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so one of the railguns escapes. Oh no, there's strike fighters. Yeah, it's dead. It just doesn't know it yet, but it's dead. Yeah, Shrike lost his armory too, but he really traded for good value there. You know, railguns are expensive as heck if you didn't know. I mean, you can see it in the units lost tab, and not only that, but there's no pressure here anymore because just skims are not going to do anything to this position. So, this is probably a window to just jump up on the 3-base. So it looks like VoidWarrior has the same idea. It looks like Shrike not too comfortable yet. He's gonna get railgun fed first. Would be good to queue up an SC right now, though. He's definitely got the money for it. A couple of LAVs instead, it looks like. Yes! I love it! I love it. That's my favorite thing. And here's that 3-base starting to mine for VoidWarrior. He does have missile ship tech too, so he can answer the air now. And still he has this PC up in the forward position. There's a lot of skims here, but there's not really anything to fight off these AVs, really. They have armor 1? Yeah, they have armor 1, so they're not the tankiest of things, but still, this PC is in some danger here. Here come the skims. There's armor 2 finishing. Looks like maybe he's actually going to be okay here. Smoke is used to try and keep this guy alive, but he just barely doesn't get it, so that's unfortunate. But the gunship and strike fighters are here, and they can just hit the third base in the meantime, so if the anti-air has to go over here and cover this PC, this is a pretty nice way to play it. Manages to get 2 salvagers killed already, he'll probably pick up this third as well. And now Shrike is really starting to wreck the eco. Missile ship barrage could be nice here, same with the carrier missiles. Barrage kind of goes wide there. Well, he does some damage anyway. Yeah, I mean the gunship does do some AoE, it's just that it doesn't do very well at finishing the kills, and that's what the strike fighters can do, so... They make a nice pair. Oh, you hate to see it. Very well done as he kills off that railgun. Both of the AVs will die, but still, I mean, I think Shrike is doing fine here. He's getting really good control over the map and harassing his opponent's economy as he expands, right? And that's really how you get ahead in DOK, fundamentally. He's got railgun tech too, so he can start fighting these rails out in the field now. He has armor 3, obviously, he can get mag excel. I think this feels pretty good. Skims have damage too as well, but against armor 3 it's not really the most effective. They're gonna shred these LEVs though, I'll tell you that much. And this AV here really doesn't want to go out alone, because, you know, if it gets tagged by a railgun it'll just die in like one shot, but... Yeah, you can see the damage that these sand skimmers can do once they get the sunder on that thing. Oh, it's so low. Does actually go down. Okay, I'm not. Oh yeah, the PC was giving him vision. Mobility support. Good system. Here's Mag Excel though. We actually have TAC Bomber Fab on the queue too, and there's gonna be railguns. So Shrike has a lot of tools to fight these rails off with. But range calibration coming out, that'll give VoidWarrior some way to fight back. Yeah, maybe, but I'd say that both bombers and railguns are also just generally good, so it's probably fine. He's got about 8 seconds left on Mag Excel, which is when he really ideally wants to fight, so this is good. Could even stall for just a little bit more time. There's Mag Excel done. Yeah, well, it's a good game so far. I mean, I agree. Bomber Tech is finished too, so it would be good to see some of those on the queue as well. He's actually in range here. This is not with calibration, he just is a little bit too close. Oh boy, the skims are going to get up on the rails here. These do have armor 3, but the skims are upgraded too. This gunship needs to stay out, I think, and like try and trade against the skims, but they actually ran away. I don't know. I guess maybe they figured they were needed back here. That fight wasn't terribly good for Shrike though. And Bomber Tech's still available, but he hasn't built any. Bombers are pretty good at ignoring a couple of missile ships, so it's not a bad call here at all. Plus you can do like runs on the anti-air and kill off the missile ships, which always feels really, really impressive. Uh-oh, oh my gosh, this hero AV just finds this railgun out in the middle of nowhere. This can be killed with depth packs, but if it's not, I think it'll kill the railgun. Oh my gosh, it's gonna get really close. He breaks line of sight! Oh, what a play! That was amazing! Wow, alright, good job there. Again, depth packs could have saved that railgun, but still. There we go, triple bomber, that's what you like to see. And this could even kill bases too, I mean, bombers really spread your opponent's anti-air thin because he can't just leave one missile ship to cover any particular area, and then wherever he keeps the missile ships, well, you can go attack elsewhere, right? So bombers are good. Bombers are really good. I think if you're VoidWarrior, you kind of need to go into like interceptor tech here in order to deal with this. But let's see what happens. He does have an honor guard, so he can get honor guard anti-air. Honor guards can be rough in this scenario because they're also just like targets for the bombers, but if you can get the anti-air upgrade, they feel pretty good. And that's when the Coalition player learns that he's playing with fake bombers today. Uh-oh, Honor Guard is already being targeted here. Where's the other bombers, though? Looks like they're just launching now. I mean, better to have them all land at once, but still, this is gonna do good damage. Oh my gosh, is it ever? Bomber maybe will die, but I don't even think so. And this is certainly gonna kill the Honor Guard now. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Maybe this guy will die? No, he gets away again. This bomber here will not be as lucky, I don't think. But look at that, he's killing 2 railguns already. It's worth it anyway. Oh. Bombers, man. Good unit. Jeez Louise. That's interesting. Oh no, the missile ship barrages are quite a miss as well. That actually would have hit the gunship, I think, back when direct fire barrages could hit air for some reason, but not gonna be the case. Oh, and he gets away with like 40 HP. God Eats Weaves, is that you? Main base under fire as well. This missile ship here really could kill the railguns, though. Missile ships are actually quite good against railguns if they can get into range. Do you want to use the ability, ideally? Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, you can't have everything. Where is God 8 Sweeps? Still banned for doing nothing. Which makes me very angry. Actually, he was considering maybe even joining this tournament, but he decided not to in the end. It's quite a hassle for him to try and schedule when he can't even see what's happening on HWU, so it's dumb. I mean, it's really dumb, but there it is. This AV is still alive, by the way. Interesting. Okay, here we go. This will get cleaned up now. Could even smoke himself to be like turbo annoying, but a kind of carrier missile would clear him out too. No, that's just not his style, you know. That's not his style. Besides, wouldn't that be giving the mods ammunition to like have a real reason to ban him too? I think he's being pretty wise the way he's just taking it. Even though it sucks, but still, you know, you're definitely getting the moral high ground in that sense. A little blue plus shows up over your head whenever you go into a store, you know. Everyone's like, who's that guy? He's so virtuous. Honor Guard Anti-Air was never tech tier for VoidWarrior, so... Yeah, probably not. Not until we get them all axed when Homeworld 3 comes out, but... Oh well. Many long years we have suffered with these imbeciles. AVs are up on top of this Honor Guard, and it was sundered, so they could kill this thing really fast, actually, but... Oh, did I exclude people from high ground? Dang. Here comes the bomber. Oh, it's actually just hitting a railgun. Yeah, I think this Honor Guard's gonna be fine. Oh, bomber is not gonna be able to say the same. It actually does go down here. I mean, Shrike is losing a lot of units here, but, like, it's still fine, because he's killing the eco as he does it, right? You know, if you're gonna see like 1,000,000 corpses on the field, you'd rather than be on your opponent's side than on yours, because it does kind of tell you the status of the game. So, but it is brutal. This is a bloodbath. You know, make no mistake. This Honor Guard might even die here, but I think it'll probably be okay. Yeah, actually, the carrier is able to do enough to keep him alive there. Barely though. If there's a bomber up, there's a microwave emitter up. Okay, but if there's a bomber up, he can certainly kill this thing. Yeah, he's actually targeting the bomber right onto it right now. So. Honor Guard heals passively, but it's not going to be up to full by the time this arrives, and that bomber will kill it if he wants to. And Systems 4 teching for Shrike. This, you know, Savant Carrier gets ridiculously scary at the end of the game, so I mean... Oh no, the bomb hit a sand skimmer! Ah! No! No! Oh, you're kidding me, this thing's still alive. Okay, you can kill it with this bomber, but he's going to lose another gunship for it. Or another bomber for it, that is. No, 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 no! No, no, no! Ah! Oh! No! Oh, this Honor Guard is gonna survive. Oh my gosh. You hate to see it, man. As one guy who's terrible with air micro to another, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Yeah, I can see what he's saying now about never getting mobility. Yeah, you do want to get this tech, but I guess he just wasn't quite aware what it does. I mean, the speed is worth it on its own, I think, but it also gives you 2 power, so... Anyway, Shrike definitely has the tools to end this, though, with just one good fight. He's got the microwave emitter, he still has one bomber, and his army is looking really scary, too, so... Yeah, and it took it down to like 20 health. Oh, it's triggering. Health power just in the ALMs right now, but of course Shrike will probably switch that to weapons when he gets time to fight here. And Savant Carrier's DPS is like ridiculous, and its range is really good too. So there's the microwave emitter. Gonna be used a little bit early, I think. You probably want to save that for later, but he could also launch the bomber here to just try and get splashed on these honor guards. But I don't think that's gonna kill them. I have no idea what that means, but it makes me laugh. Actually, that first honor guard dies even before the bomber can hit it. It's surprising, but he gets it, so looks like AVs were enough to do the trick. Carrier's here. Power still hasn't been redistributed, though. Yeah, the Savant Carrier just does so much damage when you power up the weapons. I'd like to see that. I agree with Cookie's synopsis, though. Definitely we needed more carrier misses this game in general. And I think Honor Guard Anti-Air really would have been the way to go, too. Find a way to punish those bombers. That's a nice missile. Very well done. And VoidWarrior gonna GG out. He sees, okay, this time there's no resetting up the bases. No reason to keep playing this. And Shrike will take game 1. Bloody game, man. Bloody game. So many units died there. Let's go ahead and load up game 2. And the faction pick stayed the same. But this time it's VoidWarrior's pick, and he's going to grab Firebase Krill. And not really too much to say about the map pick. Yeah, it's a nice color. Yeah, for sure. Some people. Looks like this is going to be the LAV spam build. Shrike actually keeping the base runner though, which is interesting. Very good, very good. And I think getting the production upgrade first will make you have more LAVs after a while, but getting the tech first means that you can have pressure earlier, so I think both of them are justifiable. VoidWarrior is actually long-hauling RUs here, which is very interesting. Normally you'd think you want CUs first. Oh! Just Carrier, are you still around? I just figured out what we have to do with the microwave emitter in Joke Patch. It's come to me like a bolt of lightning. Probably gonna take a bit of fire here. Oh no, he went ref mode. Yeah, you know what I feel about this. If you're gonna go eco, just go eco. If you're gonna go army, build it, right? Yeah. Unfortunate, man. I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it. This is gonna mean the economy for VoidWarrior is really, really slow here. If I was Shrike, I'd be a bit confused with my probe seeing what was happening. I'm informing a player of GE mod as I'm casting. I'm so good at what I do. Assault Chip Fab on the way for VoidWarrior. He does have his ref mode done now, but just as soon as he gets onto the base, I think he's about to lose it. There's a lot of skims, you know. Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Shrike. A little bit of high ground for the skims, but still, they're gonna lose one already. Missile goes wide. And if you can't shoot at the skims, you might as well just get some damage down on the salves. I think you're not really likely to kill the PC, but either way, you're denying eco here, so this is good enough. If he's building a support cruiser, oh my gosh, he's not. He already has it done. Oh, very good, very good. This is what you like to see. Really nice missile hits there, but still, the skims can't trade here. They do manage to pick off a low health bar guy, but even trade for Shrike, and he's denying eco. And look, he can keep going. He doesn't have to stop yet. This skim here is just totally on its own. Just gonna get eviscerated. Down he goes. Tries to dodge the missile, does get hit there. You know, it happens, but still, I think this is pretty good for Shrike. He's actually going railguns, which I think is meant to be aggressive here. I think AVs are probably better follow-up, but we'll see what he's able to do with the rails. Looks to me like he wants to keep fighting. Con of Siege! Oh! He hit the win button! Are rails good against Con of Siege? I guess I feel like yes and no. I don't really know how to explain who wins that fight. Skim's trying to trade up here, but they can't really do it. This is a good run-up for the LAVs, and they've got a bit of high ground there too, so... Takes another free trade. And that's good. Again, he's denying his opponent's 3-base, essentially, by forcing him to build more army. It looks a little bit, like it sounds a bit counterintuitive, but it's true. Is anything good against Kentucky Fried Chicken? Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. And as for Shrike, actually he does have AV tech on the way now, but he's just setting up his 3-base. He has railgun tech finished. It looks like he's not building any. He kills another sand skimmer. He'll be happy if VoidWarrior keeps bringing the skims up like that. He'll just be like, yeah, sure, I'll kill that. I'll take that off your hands, if I must, if I must. But that is very much the thing. It feels like Con of Siege is one of these units that's good against anything, but could be beaten by several things, you know? That's what makes it so powerful, I guess. It's definitely not good against air. I guess that's the exception. Yeah, I think so too. It just like it often feels like when you see players tech railguns early like that, they just don't actually build any. Not because they can't, but because it doesn't fit the unit comp at all, and then they feel a bit awkward for getting it. So yeah, I have to agree. No, yeah, he is actually getting his 3-base set up, but I still feel like Shrike is actually fairly significantly far ahead here. He's been mining 3-base for a while, and now he has a good tech lead. It just does depend how good this first KSC is, I think. And I can't tell what VoidWarrior is building right now, but it might be one. There is no light blinking at all, so I'm really uncertain. I have no idea what he's building. Has a couple idle salves by his carrier, too. But yeah, I think Shrike really demonstrated last game that he's capable of making these forays into the economy and doing damage to them, so... You know, you gotta be sweating if you're a VoidWarrior here. Because there's AVs on your doorstep, and all you've got is skims, so... Yeah, he's gonna have to try to use the skims to defend here. They do take some damage, but actually none of them have died yet, so that's pretty good. Missile's gonna miss though. That is Con of Siege coming out. It's very timely. I guess no light blinks when you build Con of Siege. Yeah, Con of needed another advantage, you know. Couple skims die here, but it looks like the AVs are going to be able to make their retreat. They do have armor 2 and 3s, technically, so... Oh! Ah, very nice pistol there. Managed to snipe one of them. And AV here are going to challenge the Kharak Siege. Actually, it's amazingly not taking that much damage to the missiles, but that can't last forever. No, the main base not actually taking too much damage there, but I think it's going to change now. It's you! You're another one of these players who should be in our tournaments. Where have you been, huh? Did Pixie Code finally come back with the milk? Anyway, it is going to be fighter and gunship tech for Shrike. So it looks like he agrees that's going to be his answer to kind of siege here. But he's doing a pretty good job already. I mean, he's just splitting his opponent and getting a lot of kills on the field against these salvagers. And that's painful, you know? Plus, kind of siege getting sundered here. He can actually die to AVs, although I think he'll be fine in this fight. He gets the sunder and then the mark target. Oh, it's brutal. I love that. That's actually really good play. Maybe this thing will die. I don't know. Sunder lasts forever. Ah, it didn't quite go down. Yeah, Sunder's expired now too, so I think that this kind of siege will be fine. He almost killed that though, that was really close. Yeah, but you can't quite finish this kill. Oh my gosh, it's down to like less than 100. If this AV had driven straight up, maybe, but I don't know. That was really close, that was really close. But kind of siege heals itself, so that's gonna be unfortunate. Yeah, the Dune got in the way at like just the last second. This one right here, right? Yeah, I love the way they played that though, using the mark target at the end. That was beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. AV's gonna keep marauding on the eco though. Kind of siege can stop them here, but still he's gonna have to pull off the base. Maybe he'll lose salvagers anyway. This flank here is going well for VoidWarrior though. Nita's Lost Tab is starting to disagree with Shrike. He can't kill this thing, so it's not worth it trying for this. He could have killed this salvager here. He still can. Really want to finish this off. He maybe is trying to deny for the air units, like deny the healing so the air units can come in and kill it, but I don't know. Yeah, I think you really just want to finish off those salvagers. Again, though, AV's marauding the main base, and VoidWarrior just can't keep his eco set up here. This is really brutal. He's got 2 siege cruisers now, so that's gonna help, but here comes the air, you know? And I think if TAC bombers are on the Q2, that's gonna be really effective. Worked last game. You know, good chances he'll try it again. And yeah, here come the strike fighters. I mean, maybe. Yeah, actually, I think they're gonna kill this one. Perhaps it was worth it to damage it earlier just to stop it from healing. Yeah, VoidWarrior is like, if I'm losing Kharak Siege, I ain't gonna win this. Oh shoot, that's also 4 artifacts. I didn't even notice that. And there you go, Shrike in his return match, the first time he's played since JC8. He's gonna go 2-0 against VoidWarrior. That's a really great showing. See how he does against Kao Shmao, but in a group of 3, winning 1 series is pretty much enough to guarantee you upper bracket, so... Unless there's like... No, even if there's a 3-way tie, I think Shrike is actually the first seed in this group, so he would win that automatically. Well, I guess we'll be seeing more of him then. Thanks for watching, guys. That's the last cast of the day. And I'll catch you in the next one. These have been some good ones.